Today is February 18th,
What?
Wednesday.
What?
The rundown, what?
Why the fuck are you have your shirt like that?
That's what you do when you're in AC. It's like AC is not for the pretty people. AC is for like the old guys who wear sweatsuits and let their chest hair come out and wear the shades and the hat and get ready to play poker. So I'm in a poker tournament tonight, Dan. I'm at the Brigada, and when I go to places, I'm one of those guys. When in Rome, do what the Romans do. So I'm just letting it kind of flow here. The better question, if we're all looking at each other, is what the fuck is on KFC's head? Is a much better question than
Ash
what?
Wednesday, I'm sick of having Reale run the show of Ash Wednesday. He's always parading around with his whole forehead covered. Well, you got competition now, Reale. Take a look, bro. This is how you do Ash Wednesday.
Did you do that yourself?
No, man. Went to the church, got the ashes, the whole nine. I just told him to put up a little extra.
He did it.
I mean, that's obnoxious. That's like the guys who wear the full face paint. Like, we get it. Like, what are you trying to prove with that over-the-top ash? That's just ash.
That's what Reale does every year, man. That's his whole shtick. Now this is a new sheriff in town, and he's not the only one.
Dave, back to your look real quick. The fact that you don't have your necklace on is probably the biggest miss of all time. You just went on a whole rant about how you got to be a sleazeball in AC and you don't have your fucking necklace on.
I didn't bring it with me. It was a huge miss.
Go home. Honestly, just go home.
It was a monster. It was top 7 to 10 misses of the last decade for me not having that. I still can't believe this conversation is on me and not the preposterousness of KFC with ash. People want to make fun of the Jews and shit. This guy's walking around with ash on his head. Like, we're in 2015, bro. You don't need, like, nobody's watching you like, oh, KFC has ash. He doesn't. You just look like an idiot. I mean, if
Dave,
we're being honest.
It's a marker. Dave, it was a magic marker. It's a joke. Relax.
Oh, it is?
Calm down.
Okay.
Think I would really go to church and sit there and get ashes? Every single
You had
year,
like a 6-hour wedding, dude. You had like a 6-hour wedding. Me and Big Cat were like in the back checking out scores because your thing wouldn't end. So I don't know. Anyways, on to the rundown. Let's start with Afro Man. I'm at the Brigada. When I go to casinos, I know I should be working. I start gambling. It's just like you lose. It's tough to stay connected. Is he in jail? Is Afro Man currently in jail? Big Cat.
He did get arrested. I know he got arrested and taken off the stage. This story to me, though, I'm not gonna defend Afro Man hitting a woman, but that chick sucks. She sucks so much, and everyone knows that chick. She's the chick at the fucking comedy show that's yelling and talking and has her phone on. She's the chick at the concert that drinks too much Fireball and pukes in the parking lot and starts crying before, like, 3 hours before the concert even starts, and you have to deal with that all day. That's who that chick is, and that chick in general has bad things coming to her. So I'm not like I'm not gonna have any sympathy for her. Shouldn't have gotten hit by a guy, but there's no sympathy coming from me.
KFC.
I don't care about the chick. The story for me is fucking Afro Man, whatever name he goes by now. Dude should be thrilled that he still has chicks running up to him, grinding up on him. He only had that one fucking stupid song to begin with. He shouldn't have any sort of musical career. The fact that anybody's buying tickets to any sort of show of his is insane. And the fact that he's going to turn around and decapitate some chick for dancing up on him when he used to be fucking Afro Man is a joke. Relax, dude. You're not some famous fucking musician. You're not above it all. Let the girl dance on you. Don't kill her.
What's the name of the song? Is it If I Want to Get High? Is that his?
Because I Got High, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I Got High. It's a good song. And
Can I also say this might be, I don't know, maybe a little racist just because I'm confusing black people, but I've always kind of put Afro Man and Questlove. Is that the drummer's guy's name?
Yeah.
Like, they're the same person to me, so I've just combined their careers, so everyone's like, oh, Afro Man's still relevant. I'm like, yeah, of course he is. He's, like, on all these shows all the time, but turns out he's not, and I had just combined the two guys for the last 5 years of my life.
That's like 39% racist, I'd say. Maybe 41.
We said yesterday when you weren't on the rundown.
What?
Nothing. We just had interesting conversations.
About who? Me?
No, race in America.
Big Cat, first of all, just to clarify, it's definitely not the girl who's at a comedy club on her cell phone. It's the drunk girl at a concert pukes. That girl was out of her mind. you can't hit a girl like that. I mean, yes, when you're performing, the stage is yours. You should be able to maybe do anything. Can't clock her. I like Afro Man. I don't hate the girl. She's drunk. She's out of her mind. I always see drunk people on stage. Shouldn't get clocked. Speaking of getting clocked, who got, how do we phrase this? Who got beat up worse? Who got bundled worse? The Tennessee cheerleader, the Kentucky guy, literally spine backwards, versus the little girl who appears to be going in for a hug for the mascot. It doesn't look like the mascot sees her and just trucks her. KFC, what do you got?
Who got hit worse? It's got to be the cheerleader. She gets rolled up. She's like scorpion with her back bent over. It looked like she tore everything in her knee. Which one I like better, though? I love the little girl getting clocked because she just disappears. It's like you don't even know how bad the aftermath was. She just disappears behind the anchor, and it's just like, poof, you got kicked out of the way. But I can't believe that the cheerleader was okay. She tweeted afterwards, like, I'm all good. I thought she'd, like, never cheer again.
Big Cat?
Yeah, the cheerleader, I was watching that live. That was something. Sure, the way she flipped back. And also, let me just take this moment to just say, fuck you to Kentucky. I don't know if you've noticed, Dave, because I don't know if you've been gambling this college basketball season, but Kentucky has been doing this thing where they just rope everyone in. I've been taking the dogs against Kentucky, and they're always losing by Kentucky's losing by 1 at halftime, and they go on like a 22-0 run and beat the team by 20 points. So fuck you, Kentucky.
I like the girl getting bundled worse. The reason that the Tennessee cheerleader is okay is because she was a noodle when she got hit. Like, she's relaxed. And if your body's totally relaxed, you turn into literally like spaghetti. Like, if you don't know you're going to get hit and you get hit like that, you bend in ways that if you see it and you tense up, then your body breaks. That's like science. So that's why she was okay. Deflategate. I've been waiting. I'm still on my wall, and I have a little timer. It's like, okay, in a day, 1 day, 4 hours, like 27 seconds, one of those doomsday clocks, it's time to let Goodell know I'm still waiting for the report. But this time, I don't know what's going on. This story is the stupidest that some alternate referee, I don't even know who he is, whether he's even on the field, says the Patriots tried to use a ball that was not approved. The approved footballs have marks on them. So it's like, if this was the plan, it's the worst plan in the history of plans. It changes every day. Jaquel Jackson, no. Bobby Gregson, no. Mike Kensel, no. Some alternate referee from Planet Zooton, whatever. It is a ridiculous thing. Clearly, the NFL is scared. They don't know what to do. They know I'm not going to leave the wall. They know they're going to release this report. People's heads are going to roll when we find out it was all a giant conspiracy. And this was the most ridiculous story of the bunch. KFC?
Dude, I didn't even know what this story was. When you wrote Deflategate, I didn't even bother to look it up. I have nothing to say about this. You're the only person left in the universe that cares. Big Cat, it's up to you.
I saw the only thing I have to say about this story is I saw the picture. What the fuck is that guy doing as a ball boy? He's like 50 years old. He looks like everyone's dad. So that was weird to me. If you want to find the Patriots for anything, find them for that.
No, I love old ball boys. Old ball boys are like ride or die type guys.
Well, you know what it is, Dave. And look, I'm not going to start this whole thing, but old ball boys are the ball boys that are up to tricks like this.
That's why they're on the roster.
Maybe not. But I mean, this trick that they're talking about, putting in a ball that the ref could just be like, oh, wrong ball. It's just fucking insane. It's just insane. North Carolina at Duke tonight. Dickie V is not announcing this basketball game. What is going on at ESPN? How do you pull Dickie V? I don't care if he's 10 years dead. He should be calling this game. Weird, strange. There has to be more to it. He hasn't commented, right? But like this guy lives for this. Big Cat?
He did comment saying something like, I did 35 years in a row or something, and I'm sad that I won't be there. I agree with you. I was actually thinking about it last night, how sad it is, because he did last night's game. I think he did the Kentucky-Tennessee game. He did some game last night. How sad it is that he's not involved in this. This is Dickie V's Christmas, New Year's, St. Patrick's Day, July 4th, all rolled into one. You can't take that away from Dickie V. Like, I would actually not be surprised if Dickie V pulls a Joe Pa and dies in the next month. I'm not joking. Like, you can't take that away. You take football away from Joe Pa, he'll die. You take Duke UNC away from Dickie V, he's fucking donezo.
KFC?
And it doesn't really matter. Like, I could see where some people might not like Dickie V. Maybe his shtick has gotten a little old. Maybe, you know, the game is passing him by a little bit. Whatever. Duke UNC and some Dickie V catchphrases is what it's all about. And the fact that they didn't even really replace him. It's the play-by-play dude and Billis, and usually it's those three guys. So they just cut Dickie V out. Like, it's not even like they replaced him with like a newer, younger guy. They just straight up axed him. The fuck is that about?
Who is on the call?
It's Billis, I think, Schulman, and then nobody. It's just two guys.
It's not Battier, right? If they put Battier in there, they didn't be all fucking riot.
No, it's just two guys.
They didn't put anybody in, so there's really no reason. Just let him do his thing. Let him throw his catchphrases in. You got the other two knowledgeable guys. Be done with it.
Fucking ESPN. Just put Dickie V in the booth and don't turn on his mic if you don't want him. Just make him think that he's there and doing it. Like, honestly, keep the guy alive. What are you doing?
Dickie V should just show up in the crowd with like a little transistor and like his headset and just announce the game to like himself. People would eat it up.
And that's half his shtick too. Like, before the game, he's with the cheerleaders. He jumps in the crowd. It's not even about the call. It's about him being there for the game.
He's part of an event, that specific event. No different than who was the college guy who did the Rose Bowl for like a million years?
Yeah.
Who?
Keith Jackson.
Keith Jackson, Keith Jackson, Rose Bowl, all that. It's like certain guys, Pat Summerall, that Madden, those are guys you want to see until they literally are dead. Jameis Winston, this has to be a game changer for a lot of people who don't like Jameis, because this was laugh out loud funny. Him sitting at a Michigan basketball game, double tindering, and then like making crazy facial expressions when he got a hot girl. Jameis is starting to become very likable. KFC.
Yeah, I've loved him from the jump, so I love seeing this, because now it's like, hey, haters, you can't deny this. The two swipes is incredible, but the face he makes to his buddy, where he's like, yeah, boy, I mean, that is gold. That is incredible. If you still don't like Jameis after this, you don't have a fun bone in your body. You're a fucking
or you're like anti-rape. Big Cat?
Do we know for a fact that he was on Tinder? Because I think all credit to K. Marco, he basically like created that rumor on the internet.
But wasn't he like, couldn't you see him like doing the Tinder moves?
I think he was texting, but either way, K. Marco said he was on Tinder, and then like 17 blogs were like, oh, look at Jameis Tindering. So either K. Marco's right or he duped the internet, which both things are awesome.
That'll be a chapter in the book. How we duped.
That will never come out.
Yeah. But either way, I also love Jameis now, and I want the Bears to actually look at him at 7 if he's there. He'll probably get drafted earlier, but.
Jen Selter's mom, have we talked about her before? Like, what she goes toe-to-toe, not toe-to-toe, but as toe-to-toe body-wise with Jen as you can possibly go. I don't even know if I'm attracted to the Selters, to be totally. She's getting a little too ripped for like my taste, but it's quite a wild and crazy scene over there at the Selter house. Big Cat.
And I don't know if you've seen the grandmother, but the grandmother looks like a pretty good-looking, maybe 50-year-old. She also is way too hot for her age. Jen Selter, her Twitter makes me laugh out loud. She gives like life advice and inspirational quotes. She's a 19-year-old chick that got famous on Instagram for posting her ass. And like today she was like, stop body shaming. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, good call, Jen. Let's stop body shaming when you have maybe the best body of all time. You're right. Good. Thank you for being at the forefront of the body shaming issue on the internet.
KFC?
Yeah, the grandma looks like the mom looks like a young girl, and Selter looks like a fucking, I don't even know what. I'm sick of people saying that they're like over her too. I mean, I guess she doesn't have like the prettiest face in the world, but like her body is incredible. I agree, Dave, that her abs are kind of getting
her abs her abs are where it's starting to be like.
But I mean, all things considered, that ass and the rest of her body is incredible, and it hasn't stopped. So don't tell me you're over that, because then you're basically just telling me you're over really nice asses.
Yeah, and you can't be like over, like she's done the same exact fucking thing since day one. It's not like she's turned into some weirdo. She's doing the same thing why people say, you can't be like, oh, I'm over her shit. It's just, it is what it is. It's a great ass. The abs, she's got to tone it down. Abs, ladies, no abs. How do you get your hand in here? No abs. Last up, and this was I mean, I wasn't happy with it. Let's put it that way. I was voted 29th most stylish Bostonian. Edelman was 1. Brady's up in the top 5. Giselle's up on the top 5. Gronk, I don't know how stylish Gronk is. He's like a good-looking girls like him, but is he more stylish than me? Probably not. Dane Cook? I didn't even know that fucker's still alive. He's in the top. He's on the left side. So, it's like a real mixed bag. Yeah, I'm on the list, but I definitely should have been higher.
This is a list of just people from Boston that they threw a headline on top of.
There's like 50 people in Boston.
You can make a list about anything in Boston, and you will make the list, Dave, because there's just not enough noteworthy people in the city. It's incredible. Donnie Wahlberg.
You guys are talking like Titletown is some podunk North Carolina city. What is Boston, Mass? This is one of the biggest. This is the hub of the universe. This isn't a rinky-dink honky-tonk. This is Boston.
It absolutely is. Donnie Wahlberg was like number 4 on the list, bro. I mean, come on. This is just a list of people from Boston. Get off your high horse.
I'm not on my high horse. I'm upset about the list.
I mean, look at yourself. You're Boca. How could Boca be? How could a man a homeless person called Boca be on this list at all?
Because that guy didn't know what he was talking about, first of all, and second of all, this is what I'm doing right now. Is I'm in the Atlantic City. Like this is what makes style. My game translates to a million different places, factors. Wherever I go, I just blend in. I'm at the track. I look clean as fuck. That black guy said that. It's a fact, big cat. So whatever.
I mean, top 10 on that list doesn't forget their chain when they go to Atlantic City. I'll just say that.
That was a mistake. That's the rundown. I had a question. Oh, big cat.
What about A-Rod?
Oh, yeah. A-Rod. A-Rod's letter.
Oh, I skipped over. A-Rod's letter. JJ, your boy JJ, who probably dresses like this on the regular, just not on the rundown. Just like, this is how JJ...
Talk shit about JJ. JJ is salt of the earth.
But you don't think he dresses like this once a week?
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So, he writes like it was the perfect letter by A-Rod. And I had to respond. Because I'm not saying it's perfect. It's not perfect. There's nothing A-Rod could do. Like, he hand wrote it. First of all, I don't even believe necessarily that's his handwriting. Like, if we did a test, it may not be his. But whatever it is, it wasn't his idea. He didn't say what to write. You can't talk about that letter in any respect except somebody told him to do it. He needs his $60 million, and that's what he's doing. But to be like, oh, he apologized and it was the perfect move, blah blah blah. Come on, JJ, be better. Clancy, KFC.
Yeah, I mean, everything with A-Rod always boils down to one thing: whether or not he's the true like villain embracing it, and he's not. If he was just like, I'm gonna write this letter, I'm gonna get me, it's gonna get me off the hook. People are gonna love it. Blah blah blah. Today he comes out and he's joking around, saying that Tony Bosch gave him placebos. So a day after his heartfelt apology, he's saying, I didn't even get steroids, it was placebos because I didn't even play well. If he was the villain who was just laughing about these things, I'd love it. He's just like playing everyone like a fucking fiddle. But you're right, it's just, a team of people tell him to do it. He thinks that he actually did, get forgiven, and he thinks that he's doing the right thing, so he's a pussy for it.
Big cat.
I would have respected him more if he just honestly said out loud or wrote on a letter, I'm sorry I got caught, because that's all it was. And I don't put it past A-Rod to have done this because Drake did his like mix album with a handwritten thing on the front. Like A-Rod is the king of copycats and hopping on shit that could be cool. So don't put it past A-Rod to be like, oh, handwriting's in? Like I gotta do, like Drake is in, handwriting's in, I'm gonna handwrite this fucking letter.
The thing that bothers me about A-Rod is I still think there's a part of him, like when he finished that letter, he's like, yup. Like,
yeah, but you can't hate that. He's like, A-Rod is the sweetest dork in the world who ended up being an awesome baseball player. Like, he's such a fucking nerd, and his brain is a nerd brain. He doesn't have his own thoughts. He doesn't have any friends. He can't, like, hang out and chill and be a guy. He's a fucking tool. But he was really good at baseball, so then you expect him to be, well-spoken and hang out with people and a guy's guy. He's just not. So I kind of laugh at A-Rod. Like, he's a sorry sack.
Yeah, no, I laugh at A-Rod. I just my point was JJ being like acting like it was some brilliant marketing move or
We
something.
should have had him
Like,
on.
really, JJ?
We should have had him on the rundown to go toe to toe with you.
I would have gladly. He's more than welcome to any time. Like I said, I guarantee you, wherever he is right now, he looks similar to what I'm looking like right this second. Last post show, Big Cat. What's with you and little dogs? Like, what the fuck? Fuck you.
Oh,
I mean, what? Dogs are dogs. You should be forced to hang out with a little dog for like a week, and you'd be like, they're awesome.
I got like the full court press by the Portnoy household when I fired off that tweet on Monday night about little dogs. Look, I'm not one of those.
How big is your dog? She's not that big.
She's like 35 pounds.
All right. I mean, that's not like a big dog.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not saying
The toy category doesn't get Big Cat's juices flowing.
if you can put a dog in a purse, like I'm not one of those guys who is going to bash another person's dog. I can't.
Well, I mean, saying the toy category
doesn't do anything for me. What do you want me to say?
Offense to that. Stella took offense to that.
This is the guy.
Every small dog, and we saw the pictures, they were coming from all angles. Dogs were not happy.
But okay, listen. I didn't say that they're shit dogs and they can't be dogs, and I hate all small dogs, and I'm not one of those guys like if you have a small dog, you have a cat. Any dog is better than any size cat. But I just can't get the juices flowing when the little dogs are hopping around. I need a little bit. I need to be able to wrestle with the dog. That's all I ask.
Oh, you can, Stella. You can wrestle with. You don't know what you're talking about. You just speak from ignorance. I'd like you to have to spend, and maybe you will, because we're going to do a dog show. We're doing a bro show, dog show, and it's going to be in New York. Your dog can't travel, so your dog's going to be a little dog. In the dog show is going to be Duncan, Stella, Feidelberg's two dogs. What are their names? Macy and Clacy or something. And Nate is bringing Britt May Henry's dog. So we're going to have ourselves a little dog show, and you're going to bond with a small dog, and you're going to see that you don't know what you're talking about.
And this is coming from the guy, like once a day, Portnoy, you tweet about where you sat at my wedding and how much you think Duncan's ugly. So don't come on here talking about another man, talking shit about another man's dog.
I don't think dogs are ugly. I think your dog looks like an old lady, but I think that's endearing.
Yeah, you're going to say that to me and then complain about Big Cat not liking certain
I think that's endearing. And by the way, I didn't start the Duncan. I was on pro Duncan. It was Big Cat and my wife who was like, no, Duncan's a little strange looking.
I never said a bad word about Duncan. Have I ever said a bad word about Duncan?
Maybe it's Feidelberg.
Roll the tape.
Maybe it's Feidelberg. Does Feidelberg think
I've never said a bad word about a specific dog in my life. Okay?
But you can't go around when I'm tweeting about Skeeter the Min Pin and then like right after be like the toy category doesn't do anything for me. That's what I call subtweeting right in my face.
That's fine. I'll subtweet you all day. But my point is, look, you said yourself, your fucking dog's been shitting in the house. What kind of dog is that? That's banana land.
It's Armageddon in Boston. That's why. There's lots of dogs doing weird shit right now. There's humans shitting on the floor. Things are out of control. There's 5,000 feet of snow. So yeah, it's a small dog. And people are always like, my dog is fucking older breed than the Doberman Pinscher. She's been around forever.
Who cares about that? Like, if
what do you mean who cares about? It's history.
Who cares?
Wait. A miniature Pinscher came before?
Yes.
Full-size Pinscher?
Yes.
How does that work?
It's not, they're not related. It's just a misconception.
Oh.
The mini Pinscher predates the Pinscher. It just happens to look alike.
When you call it king of the toys, is that a made-up thing? Or
no, that's the truth. Google it. Mint pins are the king of the toys.
Dave, let me ask you a
question.
That's
a fact.
Can you take your dog to a dog park to play with other dogs?
Absolutely.
You do that?
Yeah, listen to what they say when the Mint Pin, who thinks he's a Great Dane, will dominate and massacre like in playgroups.
So your dog is one of those dogs that's like really yappy and will bite you for no reason.
No, she stalks you
exactly like it.
and then like will play and dominate and put you in her army. She has like 2 mastiffs who walk left and right to her, who are her henchmen. If anyone gives her trouble, the mastiffs are there. I love it. I love her whole vibe. I wasn't a small dog guy. Renee had the dog before I met her, and I was like you, Big Cat, naive to the world. And then you get these little dogs, and they're the best. I mean, all dogs are the best, but there's no difference in like little versus big. That's just.
I'm hearing from both of you. All dogs are great, as you bash all sorts of other dogs. Both dog snobs.
I bash it.
Dog snobs.
Who am I bashing? I think Duncan's adorable in how weird looking he is.
Look, I'm not a dog snob. I just can't. When you have a dog that can be carried in a purse, it doesn't get it going for me. I'm not like, I gotta stop and pet that dog. I'm a guy who I have to stop and pet dogs on the street. If I see a fucking small dog in a purse, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna fucking.
You pet puppies?
No, it's that's all macho shit. Anybody who has a problem with a small dog and says they need a big dog, it's macho. It's like you're
My dog is medium. My dog is medium.
It doesn't get your blood going. You're a macho guy. You can't.
My dog is medium. My dog is considered small to many dogs. But the purse dogs, I can't get behind. I'm sorry.
You keep calling them purse dogs, I'm gonna jump through this computer screen and like strangle you. It's not a purse dog. Stella doesn't go in purse.
Have you ever put her in a purse?
I've never put her in a purse. You want to call it a lap dog? A purse dog has such derogatory undertones. I'm getting frustrated.
Have you ever been walking somewhere with your dog and had your dog not be walking?
Yes, carried her.
That's crazy to me. I can't do that. I'm sorry. That's where I draw the line. My dog walks like every other dog.
Not every other dog. There's tons of dogs that get carried in terrible weather and lap dogs.
And I can't. That's my point.
All right, doesn't get you going. Hank, let's wrap this. Poker tournament. Borgata. If you're in Jersey, you can play online. It's $20. If you knock me out, that ain't gonna happen. You get $100 automatic and top 10 finishers, and there's only 15 people registered, so I'm taking the cleaners on this one. Get a free merch from our store, probably triple shipping.
Wait, Dave, one last question. What are the odds that this book actually gets written?
The book. All right. I saw K. Marco chirping like this is the first time I've heard of the book. Okay. And then right after he's like, Big Cat and KFC both said they never heard of this book. That's just a lie.
Okay. You have been talking about this book for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you also it's very mumble, you're like, oh, my neck hurts. Gotta write this book. Like you mumbled under your breath. You've never been like, I gotta write this book. So then when you just post a blog being like, we're writing a book, yeah, it's a little bit of a surprise to us.
I mean, the first step is I got to learn how to do it because a lot of people are coming out of the woodwork. People don't know, oh, here's this Tucker Max guy. He has like a book in a box thing. It's like I don't want ghostwriters. We're writing it. That's why it's going to be awesome. And here's something else. I'm not doing this necessarily to make money. I'm doing it so people look at Barstool when we sell 1 billion copies and the #1 bestseller, and Oprah asks us to come on the show, and they're like, who the fuck are these guys? That's why we're doing it.
You should do a video series where you go take a class at a community college, a writing class.
I don't like classes. I don't like being told. I don't think anybody has the right to tell me.
That's a genius. Okay, so that's a genius video idea.
I do think I have one request about the book: no editor, all typos, all grammatical errors. It all goes in.
It should be that way. We shouldn't even proofread it.
A one and done. One draft. That's it.
That would be hilarious.
That would make headlines right there. The Barstool guys, their #1 bestsellers, they didn't even edit their book.
I like it.
No proofreading. The story of Barstool Sports. That's actually the perfect title.
The plan is to write the book in the month of July.
Oh my God, that is delusional. But
in the middle of the summer, when everyone shuts it down,
you're going to be on Nantucket. What are you
exactly? Exactly. So I'm going to be ensconced away, hopefully in a hammock with cool breezes.
Yeah.
And a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc, just writing my memoirs.
Here's another idea, okay? Just spitballing here. Take the proofreading thing even further. Let's have you dictate the book to Hank. And then we'll post that one.
Hank, are you there?
Hank's gonna get like 200 pages.
Yeah.
This is gonna
Can
be.
Hank hear us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Hank, what do you think about
When
that?
are we getting cribs?
Tomorrow. They're doing work on my house today.
Windows?
All right. Huh? Look at that hair. That is.
Turn it around.
Top
Let's see the whole
20
thing.
easy.
I like it. Let's see the whole thing. Turn it
Oh,
around.
that's all right.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Oh, God.